We did the scene where you see the movie, we're all in the water, and we shot the whole thing in Vancouver, and out the outskirts of Vancouver. It was how cold was it?
It was. I mean, the water was close to freezing. You know, it would have had. It was snowing. There was snow in the mountains. Yeah. It was my one moment where I tried it, because I grew up on the water, like doing water sports, where I tried to act tougher than Rampage. I was like, I can take the water inside. I'm dying, but I refuse to be the first one out of the water. I'm sitting there like absolutely dying of cold. I'd be like, hey Rampage, get up first. Get up first. So I looked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to watch Dave the Rockers and T, you know what I'm saying? And when I first started visioning out and acting, you know, I was just doing little small films here and there. And the agent that was the one that represented me, he asked me, like, what type of movie would you want to do? And they had just made, like, one of those remakes for Dukes of Hazzard. I said, you know what? They make the 18 movie. I want to play Dave the Rockers. And they came around, so, you know,
Joe Carnahan was attached to the script, and you know, it's all about the script and the filmmaker, and that was the case with this one. And Liam Neeson was attached already, so that made it a no-brainer. And then, you know, I just really fought hard to get it, tried to convince Joe Carnahan that I was the right guy with the face, and then lucky enough that all of us got together to be a part of it. Free time? Oh, Billy, what do I do in my free time? I eat a lot of food.
What Bradley's saying about filmmaker and script, hugely important, but it's really different. I think it really depends. Every time you make a different decision, obviously character is really important, and a story that's compelling, that is intriguing in some way, and maybe a character that, you know, is absolutely nothing like myself is what I'm usually quite interested in. And free time, play with my dogs, hang out with my friends, eat. That's it. Pretty simple.
Scenes in my hotel room that I called things that could happen to Murdoch in a hotel room. And I just improvised with various things, you know, that happened in the room, and like BA would be next door playing music, or, you know, various just props that I had in the room, and I edited that together and sent it to Joe Carnahan, and that's how I ended up getting the role. I didn't really have to consider much, it just came very naturally to me. I'd grown up doing voices, and that character had, like, as I was saying earlier, a very big influence on me. So it was kind of just an ideal role for me. My most interesting free time thing, I think, on the 18 was I actually had a lemur, one of those little animals, come to my trailer. It was like an animal, a guy who rescues and saves animals, and he came to the trailer and brought his little lemur guy to visit. So my trailer was a zoo for a day, and different cast members came around to feed the lemur and have him climb all over you. Well, I would say number one would be the characters. That's really, for me, what was at the heart of it, what I loved as a fan of the show. And I think all of us have tried to bring, you know, taken some inspiration. Certainly for me, I took a massive amount of inspiration from the original Murdoch, and tried to do a slightly kind of obviously updated version of Murdoch. But definitely I would say the characters for me.
Yeah, and also the band.
There is that.
The band, and also the basic plot line that you have these people, these guys wrongly accused that have to clear their name and on the run, and while they're doing it, sort of becomes sort of Robin Hood within the United States. Yeah. That sort of basic plot line that carries through to the movie, the band, the guys, and Carissa Sosa.